What is your take on, because you get some pretty sick results on if you follow the Physique Academy page on Instagram as well, which people should, it's pretty, like some of the results are pretty insane. What is your kind of thought on that debate between getting people really good results online versus in person, and how to sort of be almost as much as much of an in-person coach as possible when being with someone online? Do you think that if you do it right, you can get as good results or even better results if you're an online coach than in person?
Well, I spent 15,000 hours on the gym floor training and training clients and being one-to-one with them. So I wanted to try and figure out a way how I could connect the dots between getting this, well, not the exact experience, but a very similar one-to-one personalized experience where the client would feel heard, appreciated, and understood. And you could build up such a good connection with them, but also you were there for them and kept them so goddamn accountable, like I was when I'm working with a one-to-one client. So I took all that experience and all that knowledge and tried to develop the best possible product, and still am and will continue to always develop the product where that client experience is very one-to-one and personalized. That's how you get the results. And I wasn't bothered about me. I had to completely disattach myself from, this is not about you, George. This is about your clients and getting them where they need to be. Like, you've always fucking been able to get yourself in shape, whether you've lost it, whether you've been injured, whether you come back, you know how to do it. But how can you put all your tools that you've learned from ups and downs, resilience, and put it into your clients? So, and I think that's the problem now is you've got influencers, you've got these coaches, but you never really hear them talk about the clients. They're always talking about themselves. And like now, and for a very long time, people don't come to work with me. You can't work with me. You come to work with the Physique Academy brand. It's a brand. So whether you work with one coach to another, I'm trying to make sure that whoever you work with on board, it's the same level of quality of service that you get if you were going to work with a beginner coach or someone who's been with the brand for a number of years, or myself. That's the goal.
I get you. I think potentially it could even be better in some ways being online, in that what the internet enables is that it enables everyone to access the best. So if you were looking at, let's say, a local musician who would have been playing 30 years ago, they're now probably giving piano lessons to uninterested kids somewhere because everyone else can listen to, I don't know, Travis Scott or someone like that. Everyone can listen to what is purported to be the best around. So if you're, let's say, the best coach with the advent of the internet, you can access theoretically everyone. Everyone can see your stuff. Not that everyone can train with Physique Academy, in that there's obviously you're gonna have to hire more coaches and this sort of a thing. It's not infinite, but that's potentially a case where people see the best around. They get access to that through the internet, so more people could work with you, people who with the results that you guys have gotten, rather than maybe someone local who hasn't actually gotten those results before, but they can give the in-person experience.
That's exactly it, mate. Like when I was coaching one-to-one on the gym floor, I knew I had something that I felt obligated to build what I'm building. I knew I could get the results. I knew, I don't know. I think now looking back, it's more emotional intelligence of understanding people. That's kind of what separates a good coach from a great coach and getting those results. It's that emotional intelligence that not a lot of people really have. So when I build out the framework and the blueprint for my brand and all the methods to how we get those results, that's come from me. And also now influenced by other people who are working within the brand. Do you know what I mean? If we figure that, if you think that something is really good to introduce within the product or the service, then we'll do it. So I've basically took all my knowledge and put it out there within our coaching company and blueprint and philosophy. And it's like, okay, so I can get the results. How hard is it to get a coach who's only been coaching for 6 months the same level of results? And I've managed to do it with massive success.
Interesting. So is it mainly the moat within a business like yours is results? Do you think if people are looking online and they want to hire a coach, they want to have a transformation, do you think that the main thing they're going to look at, it's not going to be fancy marketing tactics as such, but is it just you for a long time posting result after result after result, which is a lot of what your page, but also the Physique Academy page is like? Would you say that is the main moat, is just that long-term sickening results is what has enabled the brand to grow to as big as it is? Are there other moats or other kind of distinguishing factors that people maybe won't know? Like, what has enabled you to grow this enormous kind of coaching business where a lot of people, they're unable to replicate that success?
Yeah, well, we only work with men, and growing up in a team environment, being a captain of a football team for 10 years and being that sort of individual, you develop certain skills to motivate another man. And I've formed I've formed a brotherhood. That's what I say. And people say, oh, how is that even a thing? Can you even do that? And it's like, yes, you can. And in society now, we are struggling for real male role models. Do you know what I mean? And that's what these individuals who are looking at our page are after. They're desperate for it, mate. They're crying out for help. They need coaches. They need accountability. They need someone to just open up to. And it's about mental health. So we have 2 therapists on board who work with our clients who are struggling, and we've had massive success with it. Massive success. It's been amazing. I was on the call yesterday with 2 of my therapists, and just some of the stories and some of the breakthroughs that we have. We're saving lives, mate. We're saving lives, seriously, and that's what it's all about. It's essentially, I've developed a product which men need. They need it. They have to have it because that's what they're crying out for. It's the most important thing, really, because it doesn't just help them in the physical aspects of life. It's also their emotional, and also now financial and relationships. Like people in toxic relationships, they'll come to us, they'll get fit, they'll get jacked, they start working on themselves. They're like, yeah, I'm gonna leave those old friends behind. I'm not about that anymore. I'm not gonna be going out every single weekend on the sesh. They're leveling up, mate. So the product's there, and men are in a desperate need for it. So a lot of them will come on board just because they see the results. But then when they get on a call with my coaches and we talk about the program, they're like, wow,